Welcome back mga kabarangay dito po sa ating PSTV Plus podcast channel na napapanood niyo po sa YouTube. Ako po inyong kaibigan sa Papawid ng inyong Kuya Rene, inyong Direk Rene. Welcome, welcome, welcome po kayo. Sa mga sandaling ito, no, ating makakapanayam, halata ba? Ayan, no, yung sombrero ko yung parang kay Dr. Jose Rizal. In-order ko lang yan online. So, kung gusto niyo pong malaman kung saan ko in-order yan, mag-comment lang kayo, mag-message at sasabihin ko kasi hindi ko naman siya sponsor so ayokong i-announce, no? So, as I said, something to do with Dr. Jose Rizal, ang ating ating podcast sa mga panahon nito. At ano na natin, ang ating kaibigan, ang ating resident Rizalian, expertise niya ay on Dr. Jose Rizal, si kasamang Roy Buquiron. Roy, hi Roy, good evening.
Hi, magandang gabi.
Kumusta?
Magandang gabi sa iyo, Direk, at sa mga taga-panood mo.
Kumusta ka na, Roy? How are you?
Mabuti. I'm fine. Yeah, very good, thank you.
All right. So, Roy is a member of the Knights of Rizal dito sa Auckland. A couple of years ago, you were the chapter president ba tawag no na Roy? Sa Auckland?
Chapter commander.
Chapter commander, okay.
Yeah.
So, but you're still part of the Knights of Rizal in Auckland, but you're no longer the
Yes.
chapter commander.
I'm already the deputy area commander for New Zealand.
Oh, okay. And who is the commander for New Zealand for the Knights of Rizal?
Sir Mar Isparas is our area commander.
Si Sir Mar based sa Wellington.
Wellington. Yes, he succeeded Amba Gary.
Oh, okay. So how long have you been a member of the Knights of Rizal?
More than 8 years, Direk. More than 8 years na. 2017.
And
When we are all knighted.
why did you join the Knights of Rizal, Roy?
The Knights of Rizal, I've heard about it for a while now, but it was quite what I call this a privilege to be invited to join the Knights of Rizal, spearheaded by the former ambassador to New Zealand, Sir Gary. So it was through the initiative of Sir Gary and our brother Knights from Australia, and I spearhead the organizing committee for New Zealand in 2017 para ma-charter kami.
Ayun. And since then, you have been involved with the on and off, as chapter commander and then as a member of the Knights of
Yes.
Rizal. So what are some of the what were some of the activities na inano ng Knights of Rizal?
We have been doing a lot of community service, showcasing cultural talents and show to the to the New Zealand Philippine community. We sponsored a mental health awareness. So marami pa kaming mga ginagawa. Just silently helping on the sides.
Kasi ang Knights of Rizal, ito yung organization that put into practice yung vision and ideals ni Dr. Jose Rizal. Am I correct, Roy?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. It was
So,
founded in 1911, and were known as the Caballeros de Rizal, or the Gentlemen of Rizal. And then it was actually made into law, Republic Act 636, 1950s. So ginawa tong batas.
So, oh wow. So, ang Knights of Rizal pala is talagang ingrained in our society sa Pilipinas kasi it has been enacted into law as you were saying during the 50s. Sino yung mga prominent Roy, do you have any idea prominent na members ng
There
Knights of
are so
Rizal?
many prominent, both local and international, and some of them were justices of the Supreme Court. yung aming Supremo or the Supreme Leader, he
Mhm.
did the former Chief Justice T. Hanky,
Oh.
the former Senator Joey Lina,
Hmm.
the former Chief Justice Renato Puno, mga
Mhm.
prominenteng mga tao yan sa
Mhm.
bansa natin.
Wow.
At the Philippine government, with the
Mhm.
Knights of Rizal, also awarded to international people of
Mhm.
distinction, like Henry Kissinger.
Oh, okay. Dating Secretary
Yeah,
of State. Mhm.
correct. And the current Prime Minister of Malaysia is our brother knight, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim.
Oh, si Prime Minister Ibrahim is ano ng Knights of Rizal. So, ang
Mhm.
Knights pala is also open ang yung membership to
Yeah,
other
yeah, it's
ano.
open to everybody. Yeah, yeah, and we have more than 25,000 registered knights all over the world.
Wow.
And with the Filipinos in Europe,
Mhm.
Filipinos in the Middle East, in the US, in Australia, New Zealand.
Mhm.
So, marami tayong mga kasangga.
Mhm. That's good.
Hmm,
And yung mga talking of kasangga, so eventually, kasi at the beginning, yung Knights, puro kalalakihan lang. Am I correct, Roy?
correct,
Puro,
correct.
tapos,
Yeah.
eventually, sinama na rin ang mga ladies.
Yes, mayroon kaming tinatawag na Kababaihan ng Rizal
Mm.
Incorporated. So KRI are the ladies. So we have to be politically correct, ika nga. Kasama rin ang mga dama.
Mga dama.
Hindi lang na
Dama.
nais kundi mga dames or ladies.
Naalala ko
Yeah,
na naman yung damas kasi nung lumalaki ako sa Zamboanga, alam mo naman, di ba, Chabacano. So naririnig ko yung damas y caballeros. So yun na yun, ano?
yes,
Yun
that's
na
the
yung
one.
mga
Yeah,
knights, di ba?
yeah,
Damas
knights
y
and ladies,
caballeros.
like knights and
Mm.
dames. Yep.
So,
Yeah, and the Knights of Rizal is the seventh, or if not the highest, seventh or eighth highest sovereign award that is accorded by the
ah,
Republic of the Philippines by
yes,
law.
yes.
Yeah,
Oo, oo.
yeah.
At do you have any idea sino yung mga na-award na Knights of Rizal na, through our
Marami,
history?
as I said, more than 25,000 all over
Mhm.
the world. But may mga rango yan, and it
Mm.
depends on your achievement and how you serve the group.
Mhm.
So you start with the KR, Knights of Rizal, and then
Mhm.
you move up to KOR,
Mhm.
Knight Officer of Rizal, and then you move to KCR, which is the Knight Commander,
Mhm.
and then after that you will become a KGOR, Knight Grand Officer of Rizal, and you have a SAS, like the Ambassador,
Mhm.
Gary may
Mhm.
SAS siya. All right. And then
Mhm.
the highest will be yung it is very, very seldom given yung the highest award kasi you have to have served with international distinction. At
Okay,
in, it is
oo.
reserved for kay President Duterte, na-awardan
Mhm.
siya noon, kay
Mhm.
GCR. So,
Hmm.
head of state, of other government, yun.
Mhm.
So,
Ayun. So, may hierarchy din pala siya, no?
correct, correct.
Siguro Roy, doon sa hierarchy, baka mag-uumpisa yan sa Boy Scout, no? I think naikwento ko
Parang
sa'yo.
ganun.
Kasi ang Boy Scout, merong ano, yung Maginoo class, tsaka yung Rizal Scout. So yung Rizal Scout, yun yung parang Eagle Scout ng Amerika, no? Yung pinakamataas. And then
Yes,
ako, muntik ko na maabutan yung Rizal Scout, pero hanggang Maginoo lang ako. But to become a Rizal Scout, kasi Sambuanga kami, we do a pilgrimage to Dapitan pagdating ng December kasi wala namang pasok noon, no? So we go
yes.
to Dapitan to visit the Rizal Shrine, and then we listen to lectures, yung mga ganon. Kasi nga, to become a Rizal Scout, you have to embody kung ano yung mga ideals at visions, no? Yung mga ano ni Dr. Jose Rizal. So I guess, pag nag-umpisa ka na nun, di pwede kang, if you want to move further into the ranks of, as I say, sa Knights of Rizal. Thank you for that, Roy. No, parang interesting na about this. It's a homegrown, a big organization, credible. Pero ang isa pa sa ating pag-uusapan, Roy, itong napanalunan ni Lolo Pepe ng loto, no? 20,000 yung pero yung sa kanya ay 6,200 pesos lamang yung kanyang share.
Yes.
Kwento mo nga, Roy, kung ano yung kwento dyan?
Yeah. So, according to Jose Rizal's biographer, ang pangalan niya ay Wenceslao Ritana. Kastila ito. At at first, he was a critic o naging enemy ni Dr. Jose Rizal kasi kritiko siya. But later on, bumaliktad siya after namatay si Dr. Jose Rizal, napag-aralan niya, nabasa na yung mga sinulat. Magaling pala tong Pinoy na to, ano? And then he became a biographer of Dr. Jose Rizal. Maganda yung story niyan. But according to him, even when Dr. Jose Rizal was in Spain, tumataya-taya yan ng yung tawag dito, yung parang loto ngayon,
Oo.
equivalent. At ang mga Kastila, lalo sa Spain, in history, they have the biggest lotto in the world. Yung tawagin nila La Gorda. In Spanish, La Gorda means in English, the fat one.
Oh yeah, gorda is mataba, parang ganun.
Yeah. So, it's billions of euro yan, modern times. So, the history of the lotto sa Spanish regime o Spanish in Spain, is matagal na yan. Kaya, according to Wenceslao Ritana, pataya-taya na yan si Lolo Pepe, papisi-pisita, nag-iipon yan, tumataya talaga. But it was during his exile to Dapitan in 1892, right? He was exiled there for 4 years. Kasi nga, hindi malaman ng Spanish government what will do to him. Umuwi siya from Hong Kong, and then in-exile siya sa Dapitan. And then his friends, yung local governor, si Governor Kapitan Ricardo Carnicero, saka yung Francisco Esquivel, nagsosyo sila, bakas-bakas. Nagbakas sila para manalo. Biro mo, dumating yung steamer called Butuan. Yun ang pangalan nung dumaong doon sa Dapitan yung barko. Dala-dala yung pera na 20,000. Alam mo, malaking pera yun nung araw, hindi gawang biro yun, So, it was awarded to them, and finally, naghati-hati sila. And then, siguro, gusto rin natin malaman, anong ginawa ni Lolo Jose doon sa kanyang share? Yun magandang pag-usapan, So, he was quite generous actually. He sent 2,000 pesos to his father, Don Francisco Mercado.
Okay.
Alright. And then, bumili siya ng 16 hectare sa Talisay. So, mas kilala mo pa tong place na to. I've never been to Zamboanga and to Dapitan, but Talisay in Dapitan. At ininvest niya yun sa kanyang Abaca business. Si Dr.
Magandang Abaca. World famous tayo sa Abaca.
Correct. Yung Philippines, yung tinatawag na Manila hemp, yung lubid na galing sa Abaca. That has been a tradition since the Spanish time. And siniship yan from memory, from 1565 to 1815, which is a span of 250 years. Mayroon tayong tinatawag na Manila-Acapulco trade.
Yes. Yung galleon. Yung galleon trade.
Yung galleon trade. Ayun. Isa yun sa mga pumunta sila rito, yung mga Abaca, ginagawang lubid, tapos dinadala yan sa Mexico. Yun, nagpapalit ba? Bumibili. Kung ano yung mabibili nila sa atin, ganun din yung iti-trade natin. Nakukuha rin natin kung ano yung mga gusto na galing sa Mexico.
So,
So,
nag-invest si
that's
Lolo Jose doon.
nag-invest siya doon because thriving pa yung Abaca noon. And
Mm.
then, yung ₱200, pinadala niya doon sa kanyang kaibigan. Ito, maganda 'tong istorya na 'to.
Oo, oo.
His
Yung
friend
kaibigan
is,
niya misteryoso.
yeah, Jose Maria Basa
Mhm.
from Hong Kong. Negosyanteng Pilipino ito, si
Na
Jose
nasa
Maria
Hong Kong.
Basa. Kaibigang matalik ni Dr. Jose Rizal at,
Mm.
lingid sa kaalaman ng karamihan, ito yung tinatawag na the smuggler of the Philippine Katipunan. Kasi ang ginagawa niya, na-publish ni Doc Jose Rizal yung kanyang libro,
Mm.
Noli Me Tangere saka El Filibusterismo. Gusto
Mhm.
niya maisiwalat sa mga kababayan natin.
Correct,
Ayun,
oo.
yun ang nagpa-finance nung taga-puslit. Mga taga-puslit,
Ah,
mga tao pupunta sa Hong Kong, "Uwi ka ba? Oh, ito,
oo.
padala mo 'to doon sa" mabasa ng mga tao doon kasi
Ayun.
banned yun, contraband yun. Was banned
Mm.
by the Spanish government
Mhm.
saka yung Catholic Church. Yun.
So,
Kaya siya
siya
ang
ang
tinagurian na smuggler of the Philippine Revolution, so Jose Maria Basa.
ayun. So, binigyan ni
So,
Ka Pepe ng ₱200
yeah,
yung si
kasi nagkautang siya doon. Isa yun sa financier ni Dr. Jose Rizal. So,
ah,
yun nagpadala siya ng pera. Malaking halaga yung ₱200 nung araw.
oo, oo.
Yun.
Kasi
Pero
so yung
tumutulong siya
kasi
sa
yung
mga tao.
kasi yung 6,200, 2,000 sa tatay niya, 200 dun sa Hong Kong. So yung 4,000, yun yung ginawa niyang pangnegosyo.
Oo.
Ah, ng
Saka
Abaca, yung
nagpatayo siya
lupa.
ng eskwelahan. Nagpatayo siya
Ah,
ng
yes,
eskwelahan,
oo, oo.
spending his own money.
Mhm. Dun din
Tapos
sa Dapitan.
correct. Tapos dinevelop niya, mayroon siyang dinevelop doon yung sewerage system. Buhay pa raw
Hmm,
ngayon. Nakita ko
mm.
yung mga picture,
Oo, oo.
nung umattend ako minsan ng ano, I think, isang ano, presentation online.
Mm,
Ako
mm.
pinakita yung mga buhay pa, pero maliit lang yung mga culvert. Pero
Mm,
yung agos ng tubig, doon na ano pa, na buhay pa hanggang ngayon. Pero gano'n,
oo.
yung tao talaga si Lolo Pepe maano, mapagkawang gawa.
Mhm, mm. Tsaka yung parang if I can recall yung tubig, galing kasi ang Dapitan parang may pataas siyang gano'n ano. So, galing dun sa taas yung tubig para ginawa niya para bumaba dun
Para
sa
bumaba.
area na. Oo, oo. And, very enterprising nga siya 'no.
Hmm,
So Roy, kung in today's currency 'no, so ito yung parang nag-compute tayo na yung ₱6,200 in 1892 will be worth $237,000 sa ngayon.
in our present money.
Present
Yes, correct.
money, ang laking pera yun 'no, parang
Malaking pera yun, oo.
kaya marami siyang natulungan na
Pero hindi siya
yung
madamot, shinare niya yun.
mm. Oo, shinare
Tapos
niya.
yung mga aklat niya kasi may mga dala siyang libro, mga
Mm,
aklat tapos, shine-share niya yung library niya, bumibili siya ng mga aklat, tinuturo niya dun sa mga estudyante niya.
mm, mm.
Yun,
Ano siya, parang ano ba yung term, Renaissance man, 'di ba? Parang gano'n, yung
oh,
ano siya sa culture, sa literature.
napakatindi, napakatindi.
Oo.
Pero mayroon lang akong minor na istorya na
Hmm,
babanggit
mm. Sige.
kasi yung recently, kung naalala mo yon si Supreme Court, Renato Corona.
Yes, yes,
Naalala mo
oo.
yun, na
Oo.
there was an impeachment na nakamatayan niya na sumalangit nawa
Oh,
si
yes.
Chief Justice Renato Corona, pero lumabas yun sa news, eh.
Mm,
Pero unbeknownst to a lot of people, yung kanyang asawa, si Cristina Corona,
mhm.
ay apo sa tuhod ni Jose Maria Basa,
Ayun, nasa Hong Kong, yung kaibigan
correct.
ni
Apo
Lolo
sa tuhod
wow!
siya ni Jose
Oo,
Maria Basa at yung
oo.
pamilya ni Jose Maria Basa hanggang yung pamilya ng mga ng asawa ni Chief Justice Corona ay talagang
Oo.
mga may kaya, mayayaman ang yung mga yan. Dahil sa
Hmm.
kanilang napundar, negosyante yung pinakalulo nila, yung si
Mm.
Maria Basa.
Mhm.
Multi-millionaire. So maraming naipundar na mga ari-arian, mga property. Kaya
Hmm.
naungkat yun doon sa investigasyon kay Chief Justice Renato Corona. At
Mm.
hindi ako nagkakamali, nabanggit na ay pag-aari yan ng asawa ko. So
Hmm.
totoo
Hmm.
naman yung asawa
Oo.
niya, maraming marami silang mga ari-arian, mayaman talaga
Yes.
yung
Oo.
galing sa Jose Maria Basa.
So, ang ano yan is, parang ang innuendo nun is, yumaman ka, Chief Justice, pa kasi 'di ba? Pero in reality, yung misis niya mismo ay I mean, apo sa tuhod ng mayaman na pamilya, 'di ba? So,
Oh,
sinisiraan yung si Chief Justice, Corona at, people should ano, kagaya nito yung about, yung friendship ni Jose Rizal, people should realize na marami siyang natulungan, marami siyang kaibigan, yung iba tahimik lang, 'di ba? Hindi
yes,
naman maingay at kahit na si Jose Rizal, 'di ba, he was doing things on his own, 'di ba? Yung parang ano, kasi kailangan gawin, 'di gagawin ko, 'di ba? Yung ooperahan niya yung mga mata,
oh,
yung mga tutulungan niya 'tong ganito. So, alam mo, the more I listen to you and the more I know about, Jose Rizal, nakikita ko yung ano niya, yung kahalagahan niya sa atin 'no, sa pagka-Pilipino. And, ako'y nanghihinayang dahil ano na lang ang sasabihin ni ni Jose Rizal 'pag nakita niya ngayon, 'di ba, parang we have abandoned a lot of his ideals and his vision. And Roy, hindi siya ano, 'di ba? He is para siyang si Mahatma Gandhi. Ayaw niya ng laban, ayaw. He is more of a pacifist, 'di ba? Gusto
yes.
niya through peace
May
and
may kuwento ako sa'yo diyan.
mm,
So, on the way to Dapitan,
mm,
yung barko niya,
mm,
um, yung Katipunan, may pinadala sila, Gat Andres Bonifacio. Ang pangalan nung tao na yun, kaibigan ni Dr. Jose Rizal, Dr.
mm,
Pio Valenzuela.
parang
Okay,
pamilyar yung pangalan na yun,
correct. So, nakausap niya si Lolo Pepe at hinihikayat siya na sumama sa revolusyon.
Mhm,
Now, I'm trying to connect yung idea mo na pacifist si Dr. Jose Rizal.
mhm,
Alright? So, yung conversation ni Dr. Pio Valenzuela saka ni Dr. Jose Rizal ganito, "Sige naman, Gat Jose Rizal, tulungan mo naman kami, kailangan namin ng impluwensiya mo."
mhm,
So, may mga ilang tanong si Dr. Jose Rizal kasi he's a Renaissance man, ika nga. At,
mhm,
marami siyang travels at nagbabasa siya at marami siyang mga powerful na kaibigan. Sa
mhm,
madaling salita, free thinker si Dr. Jose Rizal at alam natin as a free thinker, Mason siya, Freemason, member siya actually ng
mm,
Freemason. So yung
mhm,
mga greatest minds sa Europe, nakakahalubilo niya. Okay. So may mga tinanong siya. Sabi niya, isa sa tanong, mayroon ba kayong suporta ng isang bansa o grupo ng mga bansa bago nyo ituloy ang paghihimagsik nyo?
mhm,
Yun ang isang tanong ni Sir Rizal.
mm,
Sabi ni Dr. Pio Valenzuela, wala. Wala
mhm,
silang superpower na okey. Sabi niya, mayroon ba kayong pondo para gamitin sa mga pag-aalkas niyo?
mhm,
Sabi niya, wala. Magre-raise lang kami. Oh. So, dun pa lang sa dalawang tanong ni Jose Rizal, sabi niya, wala tayong laban sa mga Kastila. So, ang
mhm,
kailangan natin peaceful reform,
mhm,
i-address natin yung ating mga hinaing in a manner na wag nating wag wag giyera kasi hindi tayo handa.
mhm, mhm,
So, yun ang mga sinabi niya kay Dr. Jose Rizal. And then, dahil matalino siya, sumulat siya doon sa Governor General. I think at that time, si Governor General Camilo Polavieja. So ang sulat niya is kung pwede na at that time kasi, okay, backdrop on the international scene, nagkaroon ng tinatawag na America American-Spanish War. So this is
Mhm.
now close to the 1896, yung
Mm.
ano na, yung bang America is on the rising path, okay?
Mm.
So nagkakaroon ng awayan ang Spain tsaka china-challenge siya ng US,
Mhm.
okay? So actually nag-volunteer si Dr. Jose Rizal kung pwede ipadala siya sa Cuba
Mm. As a
bilang isang
doctor,
doktor.
oo. Mm.
As a doktor para ano, para tumulong siya doon sa mga sugatan o ano kasi ano 'yun, Spanish-American War and it
Mhm.
culminated in 1898 sa
Mm.
Manila Bay. Yung lugar ng Manila Bay was the scene of the Battle of Manila Bay. Admiral Montojo of the Spanish fleet versus Admiral Dewey, Jules
Mm.
Dewey. Eh, wala namang
Mm.
laban na yung ano, yung Spanish kasi
Mhm.
as I said, pataas na yung ano, yung navy power
Yung
ng US.
ng US,
And
oo.
they fought wars all over different theater of war,
Mhm.
which culminated on the Treaty of Paris on December 10, 1898.
Mhm.
And what the Treaty of Paris finished is actually the Philippines was sold by Spain for $20,000 to America.
Mhm. 20,000,000, $20,000,000
Sorry,
to
$20 million to
oo.
America. So,
Mhm.
yun ang ano, yun ang ending nung ano, Spanish-American
Mhm.
War in the late 1890s. So, binenta tayo ng 20 million.
Oo nga. Pinagkakitaan pa tayo lalo ng mga Kastila, no?
Correct.
Pero going
Pero,
back to
oh, sige,
pero going
magtanong
back
ka,
to
Derek.
Pero going back to Rizal, no, yung being pacifist, being, kasi tama siya. You need one, yung unang tanong niya, you need a power to back your revolution. Kung wala din lang naman, kung hindi ka i-recognize, di ba, parang ganun. Pangalawa is yung finance. He realized that. And so, hindi nga siya sumama at kasi from the get-go, alam na niya na medyo mahihirapan, which was eventually nga na nangyari kasi na-exile pa sa Hong Kong yung mga revolutionaries hanggang sa, it had to be some superpower like America ang nagka, ang tumulong para yung sa umpisa ng pagkaalsa sa mga Kastila. Sayang his life was very short. 33, he died at 33, di ba? 33 years old.
No, he died at 35 years old.
35. So
35 years old.
at it was sacrifice na ginawa niya for our nation, no? Kaya nga yung ano ko parang sinayang natin o sinasayang natin yung mga sakripisyo. Hindi lang ni Gat Jose Rizal, but all our, our revolutionaries, our heroes.
Yeah.
Sayang
Sayang,
talaga.
sayang yung
Oo,
ganyang pangyari. At yung
yes.
tinutukoy mo doon sa in-exile yung Philippine leaders at the time,
Mm-mm.
you are inferring to the Pac of Biak na Bato.
Yes,
So,
oo. Sina
the Pac of
Aguinaldo na yun, ano?
sila Aguinaldo, leaders of our Philippine government, they voluntarily went to exile to Hong Kong with the agreement of the Spanish government
Mhm.
na babayaran yung Philippine government, I think 800,000 from memory, 800,000 Mexican dollars.
Mhm.
So, nagbigay ng 400,000 Mexican dollars, tapos yung Spanish government, another is 200,000. So, 3 tranches iyon na
Mhm.
ibibigay. Pero yung third tranche of another 200,000 Mexican dollars, hindi na nangyari. Ang ginawa naman ng mga kaibigan natin, yung mga ating mga ninuno na political leader, binili nila ng mga armas
Mhm.
at bumalik sila sa Pilipinas para i-finance yung Spanish-Filipino War. But
Mhm.
we were caught by the Americans in between kasi may deal, may sideline yung tinatawag na Treaty of Paris. Hindi tayo
Mhm.
sinama doon eh.
Oo nga eh.
Initsipwera tayo. So, na-sideline tayo doon sa ano. And then we had the Americans as masters, new colonial masters to come over.
Correct. Oo. Eh, Roy, maraming salamat dito sa insights, no? About you are my go-to person pag inaano natin yung about there's so many things that we can talk about, no? So in the near future ay pag ano natin yung iba pang mga aspeto tungkol kay Rizal, no? Siguro yung ito nga yung panalo niya is just something that intrigued me. So kaya nga yung thank you so much dahil kinumpute mo pa yung real in today's currency kung magkano na siya, no? So thank you so much, Roy. Roy, any update on an upcoming project ng Knights of Rizal? Kasi the last one was around, was it July nung nanood ako ng yung El Genio, yung Batang Rizal,
Yeah.
which was a project
Yeah.
of the Knights of Rizal. So merong upcoming Roy?
Yes, mayroon kaming different projects na sinasalang pero ano pa under kumbaga sa ano niluluto pa.
Okay. Oo.
So we will announce it
Okay.
soon under the able leadership of Sir Rio Beltran, yung ating
Yeah, si Sir Rio. Oo. Which whom I met also nung yung
yes.
at yung film screening, no. Akala ko talaga si Sir Rio was from Wellington. Kaya sabi ko, ang layo naman ng ano. Sabi niya, hindi, taga rito din ako sa Oakland. Sabi ko, Oakland, di ba? So he's now the chapter president ng
It's now the
Knights of
chapter
Rizal.
commander.
The
Son
chapter
of
commander.
commander. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So si Sam Dignadice is no
He
longer.
is the Deputy Area Commander for Oceania and Pacifica. So, yung
Wow.
Oceania, malaki
Mm.
kasi ang ano. Then, nandoon siya. Dalawa kami. Parang dalawa kaming wingman ni Sir Mar. Dalawa. Isa sa
Mm.
New Zealand, isa sa Oceania and Pacifica.
Oceania.
Includes
Okay.
Fiji and Tuvalu and the other ano. So, yun ang hawak niya ngayon ni Sir Sam. Oh.
Thank you so much, Roy, and all the best sa yung mga ginagawa. And we should catch up soon pag ano. And also update me para maano
Yes.
natin yung mga activities ng Knights of Rizal. So thank you so much, Roy.
Alright. Thank you
And
so much, Derek Rene.
and also I'd like to thank our listeners and viewers na pinayagan nyo kami ni Roy Bukiron, ang Knights of Rizal Deputy Commander, is it? Am I correct?
Area Commander,
Area Commander ng
New Zealand.
New Zealand, no? For sharing with us insights about yung napanalunan ni Dr. Jose Rizal ng 6,200 pesos lotto. So thank you, and God bless. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye. Thank you, Derek.